Hello, welcome to the presentation on Lean Principles. Management, where you quickly skim the basic information, and then in the next lessons, we will cover them in more detail. You may have already heard the question, how can companies improve efficiency, reduce cost, while delivering high-quality products and services? The answer is Lean. Lean management is a systematic approach to processes improvement that originated in the 1950s at the Japanese automaker Toyota. There, it was originally called Toyota Production Systems, and the basic idea was to eliminate everything that does not add value to the customer and focus only on the steps that have real benefit. Today, Lean is no longer limited to car manufacturing. It can be found in hospitals, banks, cafes, logistics, and software companies. Everywhere where there is need to streamline processes, reduce waste, and increase customer value. The aim of this presentation is to show you what lean management means, what its main principles are and tools are, what benefits and challenges it brings, and where we can encounter it in practice. We will discover that lean is not just a set of techniques, but mainly a way of thinking and corporate culture. Lean management is based on five basic principles, formulated by James Womack and Daniel Jones in book Lean Thinking. These principles form a basic framework for how to think about processes and how to improve them. The first principle is defining value. Companies must clearly understand what is truly important to the customer. Value is not what management thinks, but what the customer is willing to pay for. The second principle is value streamline mapping. This means mapping all the steps in the processes, from interception to delivery to customer, and identifying those to add value, while eliminating those that are unnecessary. The third principle is creating flow. Once we eliminate unnecessary steps, work must flow smoothly without unnecessary stops, waits, or interruptions. Flow minimizes delays and increases efficiency. The fourth principle is to implement a POS system. This means producing or providing services only when they are actually needed, based on customer demand. This eliminates excess inventory and unnecessary work. The fifth and final principle is continuous improvement, often called Kaizen. We can never say we have achieved perfection. Lean is about a culture where all employees are constantly striving to find ways to improve processes. These principles can be applied in virtually every industry, from manufacturing to healthcare to services, and always lead to better quality and higher customer satisfaction. At the heart of lean management is the idea of eliminating waste. The Japanese term of waste is muda. Toyota has identified seven major types of waste that appear in the processes of virtually every organization. The first is overproduction. We produce more than the customer needs, or sooner than necessary. This leads to warehousing, higher cost, and the risk of product becoming obsolete. The second is waiting. When people, machines, or materials have to stand and wait because the processes are not smooth, is it a waste of time and money? The third is unnecessary transportation. Any unnecessary movement of materials, documents, or information is waste. The fourth is overprocessing. This is when we do more work than necessary. For example, creating overly complex forms or performing checks more times than necessary. The fifth is excess inventory. If we have too much material, semi-finished products, or finished products in stock, it ties up money and space. The sixth is unnecessary movement. Every extra step, searching for tools, walking around the workplace, is a loss of efficiency. The seventh type of waste is defects. Defective products or service errors not only mean repair costs, but often also customer dissatisfaction and loss of loyalty. Today, an A type of waste is often added, untapped human potential. This occurs when employees cannot use their skills and ideas to improve the processes. Identifying and eliminating these types of waste is one of the most important steps to making an organization more efficient and increasing customer value. Lean management tools are the 5S method. It originated in Japan and aims to create a well-organized, clean, and efficient workplace. Let's go through the steps. The first S, seiri, or sort, it means sort something. We remove everything that is not needed from the workplace. This reduces chaos and makes it easier to access important things. The second S, seiton, set it in order. It's about organization. Every tool, material, or document should have its place. This eliminates unnecessary searching. The third S, seiso, shine. This means cleanliness. The workplace must be regularly cleaned and maintained to be safe and efficient. The fourth S, seketsu, standardize. This involves creating standards, clear rules, procedures for maintaining order, organization, and cleanliness. Standardization ensures that the system is followed over the long term. The fifth S, shitsuke, sustain. This is discipline. The goal is to maintain the system you have created, involve everyone in it, and gradually create a habit of it. The 5S method is not just about workplace aesthetics, but also about efficiency and safety. It reduces time spent searching for tools, increases productivity, and prevents errors. Many companies start lean management by implementing the 5S system because it quickly brings visible results and involve employees in the improvement process. Another key tool of lean management is the philosophy of Kaizen. This Japanese term means continuous improvement. The idea is simple. Even small steps, taken regularly, can lead to big results. Kaizen is based on the premise that every employee has the potential to contribute to improvement, from the factory worker to the top management. Therefore, companies that practice Kaizen actively encourage employees to come up with suggestions for improvement, whether it is about workplace organization, simplifying procedures, or better communication. Closely related to Kaizen is the PDCA cycle method: plan, do, check, act. This four-step cycle serves as a framework for systematic improvement. First is plan. Identify the problem and propose a solution. Then do something. Try the proposed change in practice. Check it, verify that the change actually produced some results. Act. If the change has worked, implement it permanently and standardize it. This cycle repeats itself over and over again, leading to continuous process improvement. A practical example of Kaizen is a production line where an employee notices that the tool he needs is too far away. He suggests moving it closer to the workplace. A seeming response change that saves dozens of minutes of work every day. Kaizen and PDCA therefore show that Lean is not a one-off project, but is a long-term culture of improvement that involves everyone. The most well-known principles of Lean management also include just-in-time and Jidoka. Both originated within Toyota production system and are still considered its pillars today. Let's start with just-in-time, JYT. This principle says produce only what is needed, when it is needed, and in the quantity that is needed. This significantly reduces inventories of materials, semi-finished products, and finished products. Companies save space, reduce cost, and eliminate waste. A practical example is a car factory that has parts delivered exactly when they are assembled on the production line, so it does not have to store large inventories. The second principle is Jidoka, sometimes translated as automation or intelligence automation. In essence, is that if a problem occurs during production, the process is stopped immediately to prevent the production of a defective product. This prevents errors from spreading further, increasing quality, and at the same time strengthens the responsibility of employees, who have the right and obligation to stop the process. Just-in-time and Jidoka show that lean management is not just about speed, but it's also about quality. Just-in-time minimizes waste and costs, while Jidoka ensures that the customers receive a flawless product or service. These principles are used today not only in production, but also in logistics, healthcare, or IT, where the processes need to be optimized and errors prevented. Lean management has its roots in manufacturing, which is why its benefits are most evident there. The most famous example is Toyota Automobile Company, where Lean originated. Through principles such as just-in-time and Kaizen, Toyota was able to minimize inventory, shorten production times, and improve quality at the same time. This approach helped it become one of the most efficient automobile manufacturers in the world. Lean is not limited to cars, though. The electronic industries, companies like Dell, for example, use Lean to produce computers and electronics exactly as customers demand. Just in time, minimize inventory, and get goods to customers faster. Another example is the food industry, where Lean helps reduce waste of raw materials, optimize packaging, and shorten the time from production to delivery to customers. Lean tools are also used in logistics and supply chains. They help to better plan shipments, reduce unnecessary movement, and speed up the delivery of goods. The result in production is lower cost, shorter delivery times, fewer defective products, and more satisfied customers. That is why Lean is still considered the standard of efficiency in manufacturing sector today. Lean management is no longer just for factories. It is also very successfully applied in the services and healthcare sectors. Imagine a hospital. Patients often complain about long waiting times or complicated administrative procedures. Lean can be used to map the entire process, from ordering to treatment, and identifying bottlenecks. Better workplace organization, digitization of documents, or better staff coordination can shorter waiting times, reduce errors, and increase patient satisfaction. Similarly in services, for example, in a cafe. If customer waits a long time for a coffee and excess ingredients are often thrown away, this is clear sign of waste. Lean principles are applied here by defining the real needs of customers and rearranging barista workstations, introducing standardized procedures, and producing only what is needed. The result is faster services and less waste. In IT and software departments, Lean can have become foundation of methods like Agile and Lean Startup, where companies use the principles of cycle shortening, rapid customer feedback, and continuous product improvement. These examples show that Lean management is not just about assembly lines, it is a universal philosophy that can improve processes, where waste is needed to be eliminated and customer value increased, whether it is in healthcare, hospitality, or digital services. Lean management undoubtedly has many benefits, but the implementation also brings certain challenges. Let's look at both sides. The main benefits include cost reduction. Eliminating waste means that the business doesn't need as much inventory, time, or energy. Higher efficiency, processes run smoother, there is less waiting, and everything is better organized. Quality improvement, by removing defects and unnecessary steps, the resulting products or services are improved. For more satisfied customers, faster deliveries, higher quality, and better services bring greater trust and loyalty. And employee involvement. Lean fosters a culture where everyone can contribute their ideas for improvement, regardless in which part of the chain they come from. On the other hand, there are also challenges. Resistance to change. Employees and management may be skeptical of a new method or methods, and it takes time to get used to different way of working and also thinking. The need for discipline and perseverance. Lean is not the one-time project. It only works when it becomes a long-term culture. Investing in training. For Lean to work, employees must understand the principles and to be involved in their application. Also, unrealistic expectations. Lean delivers results, but it takes time. If a company expects instant miracles, it may be disappointed. In summary, Lean management brings enormous benefits, but only to those organizations that are willing to change their thinking, engage employees, and preserve in long-term improvement. And we are coming to the end of the presentation on Lean management. We saw that Lean is not just a set of tools, but above all, a way of thinking and corporate culture that focuses on what has real value for the customer. We showed you the 5 basic principles of Lean: defining value, mapping the value stream, creating flow, implementing a pull system, and continuous improvements. We also explained the 7 types of waste we try to eliminate. We discussed the main Lean tools such as 5S Kaizen, PDCA, Just-in-Time, and Jidoka. and so that they are applied not only in manufacturing but also in services, healthcare, or IT. Lean brings companies lower costs, higher efficiency, higher quality products, and happier customers. On the other hand, it requires commitment, discipline, and willingness of employees and management to accept change. The main message is clear. Lean helps us work smarter, not harder. If we can eliminate waste and focus on what is of value to the customer, we will achieve not only better results, but also more sustainable and healthier organization. Whether you are in manufacturing, services, or digital, Lean principles can help you streamline your work and achieve long-term success.